up in Peloton, mama say can't no one hold me. Hat to the back, turning back to the old me. Fuck with me, got mega stones on my wrist. Charger, come out, they back away slowly. Champion bitch, not a stain on my trophy. Varsity is every word out my mouth only. You do not know me, I turn all the beats to baloney. I come to you flop like.
If he doesn't, then you're gonna probably get fucked up, you know? Depending on the Sheik, sometimes you might get hard comboed, you know? So yeah, I'll leave Sheik at -1, but I explain why it can possibly be a -2, basically. This whole little rant is basically that. I need a drink. But, yeah. So that's my thoughts on ZeroSuit versus Sheik. Like, I don't get why people say Sheik can't kill, blah blah blah. People were mad that I killed Ramen at the end of our set. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. That people were mad that I killed Ramen with an up smash when he was at like 130 or like 125 or something after the hit, when I was at 160% rage. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe that kill. What do you mean that can't believe that kill? You know what would have happened if he didn't nair? He only got hit by that because he went for a nair. He probably went for a nair bouncing fish or something. But he got hit with a nair, or like by doing a nair he got hit by up smash. But you know what would have happened if he just didn't get hit by that? Land on the stage, forward tilt. GG, he won. He wins. I have to go for something that laggy and hope it works. And it so happened that it worked. Like Sheik at least can still play, even though Sheik is at high percent, or like the person's at high percent, or like it's a high, like last hit game, she could still play safe, you know? She can still play safe, and like it's a little hard for ZeroSuit. ZeroSuit's safest thing to go for is like back air, but since it's like the only thing she can really go for that's safe at that point, then it's like a little predictable, you know? So you want to be careful about it. Alright, next matchup. Oh shit, this one, oh my god. It's so hard, you guys don't even see it in tournament. God damn. Alright, I'm just playing, but alright. Next one. Alright, hold on, let me get a drink, but this is the next one right here. This is the next one, hold on. I'll put him right there. Actually, wait, somebody call Zero. Alright. Let me continue. Alright, so where did he at? Oh, here he is. Alright. This matchup. Where do I be? Where do I fucking... You know what? Let me give you a gist of this matchup real quick. Fuck! Nah, we back though, but for real, this matchup, I would say it's ZeroSuit's worst matchup, or it was ZeroSuit's worst matchup for a very long time, but I feel like another character now is becoming, or has became, her hardest matchup. This matchup is still a very, very annoying matchup. I would say this matchup is still a very, very, very annoying matchup. Overall, I would say over time though, like, I guess like ZeroSuit's, we have been getting better at the matchup. That's the thing though. That's the thing. Matchups obviously can change. Like a year from now, whether it be a new game or like a new update or something, like if this game comes on the Switch, or just straight up like the meta is different, like some people discover new things to other characters. Some matchups could be +1. Some matchups could be losing for ZeroSuit now. Things change. ZeroSuit versus Diddy was atrocious. Still is pretty hard. Very, very hard. Very likely what you call it? Very likely, if a Diddy Kong and a Zero Suit are playing, very likely the Zero Suit will lose. Not impossible, but I will say that it got not easier, but Zero Suits got better at like punishing. I would say, especially me, like I've gotten better. Like before, I could do like touch of death combos, but now like you better be scared as fuck. If I hit you anytime, you better be scared. But I'm gonna leave it at here. I'm tired of clicking, but it might be there. Diddy Kong, I would say, is similar to Sheik, but not for the same reasons. But in terms of matchup, -1, closer to -2 than even, in my opinion. I would say still, even though Zero Suits have gotten better in the Diddy matchup. Oh hey Zero, you wanna rebuttal with me, man? You wanna rebuttal? I will say, alright. I saw some people in the chat say it's only Zero. That's why the matchup is annoying. Not really, you know. Alright, let's not talk about like me versus Zero. Let's eliminate that. Even if you want to say Mars versus Zero, yeah, Mars did beat Zero, but Mars has also lost to Zero a few times, like 2 or 3 times, and Mars has a losing record versus Dyer. Just lost to K9 this past weekend, or 2 weeks ago at Leo Saga, 3-0 or 3-1. I forget what it was. If you wanna do like a closer level, not just only Zero. What you call it? What else was there? He did beat Dyer at Big House. However, people, since it was off stream, he did what you call it? He did use Falcon for 2 of the games. Game 1, Mars lost with Zero Suit. Game 2, I believe Mars won on his counter pick. Very, very close. Game 3, switched to Falcon because it was not his counter pick anymore. In Game 4, he stayed Falcon and won. A lot of people don't know that, or like a lot of people just thought it was Zero Suit versus Diddy. The only real Zero Suit versus Diddy set was him versus Zero and him versus MVD. And he did beat MVD though. However, Mars also has a losing record versus MVD too, overall. So if you want to go off of other matchups in terms of, if you want to go other matchups that's not Zero, or like, you know, like Zero and I, obviously Zero is, I shit on Zero and all that, but Zero is a better player, obviously. Like, you know, I'm not stupid, or like overall he's definitely, you know, the best. So, what you call it? Like, there are a lot of times where he like 3-0s me and stuff, or just, you know, I have sets where I'm close against him. Like, I ain't gonna lie, boy, I had your ass when I went for that up air up B at Big House. Your ass should have got that solid 9th place. Oh shit, 9th place. I knew I was gonna fuck up. In my head, I was like, watch me fuck this up. 9th place, but we don't have to talk about that. What you call it? Even then, like, you know, it's been getting closer. It has been getting closer, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, if I were to get my brother down here, you know how many times he'd be like, bro, who you going versus Zero if you play him? I'm like, the Zero Suit, and he like this. What you say? Boom! I was like, Zelda? He was like, that's what I'm talking about. Cause he, like, even though my brother doesn't play, he still watches enough to know, like, oh, that's not really the best choice, or like, that is a very hard matchup. Yeah, that's fine, Zero. What's wrong with that? You missed the up smash, you know, I win. Hey, let's go. Nairo. Nah, I was messing, but I would say, no, Zelda's not better. I'm just joking. It's a troll thing, but aside, no, but for real, jokes aside, I would say that the Diddy and Zero Suit matchup has improved a little bit, but overall, Diddy Kong still dominates the neutral for sure. There are some ways where I feel like maybe some Diddy Kongs could play the matchup even better and make it a pain even worse, but they could discover that themselves. But anyway, back to the match. But like currently, I would say that one of the other 2 characters are a worse matchup for Zero Suit than Diddy Kong. I'll say the Diddy, Cloud, and Bayo are her 3 worst matchups, and Sheik. But maybe not Sheik, or like maybe take out Sheik for out of this what I'm about to say. But these 3 matchups, like over time, have like each become like her worst matchups. Neglected. Hey man, you hit me with that tier 3 sub, I might throw that info your way, man. I'll just be like, use your peanuts, man. But anyway, back to the match. Yeah, so like I was saying, Cloud, Diddy, and Bayo at times have all become her worst matchups. But right now, I'll say Diddy Kong slightly, just very slightly, has not become her worst matchup, or like fell off from being her worst matchup, but it still can be. A Diddy Kong with momentum is a pain in the ass, even with Zero Suit momentum. Like once that momentum is broken, it's a hard battle. And that's why I when I had my tier list, I put Zero Suit, I think like at 6 or something. She's good. She is good. I don't think she's bad. I don't think she's outside the top 15 like old birthday boy and stuff or whatever he said. I don't know what he said, but the four characters that are above Zero Suit, or 5 I think. Actually, I don't even remember what number I put her, but Cloud, Sheik, Diddy, or Cloud, Diddy, Bayo, like Sonic. Well, Sonic's not the hardest one, but like you would normally see Diddy and Cloud and Bayo when you go to like a giant, or like the hardest of hard tournaments, you know. If I go to Evo, who'd I lose to? Like I lost to Tweak. There's a Cloud. Like, you know, you're gonna run into something hard. Shine, I lost to Zero and Tweak. Diddy and Cloud, I lost to Salem at DreamHack. You know, your odds are you're gonna run into one of those hard matchups, and that's why either, like, you know, it's gonna be hard. It's not like a guaranteed victory. You know, if they were gone, then your boy would be up there. But you know, that's not the case. You know, she can run into a hard matchup, and usually she's gonna run into the best of the best characters because they're the best of the best characters. You know, so like if I get far in the tournament, if I get to winner semis, I'm gonna fight. Very, very likely, I'm gonna fight one of those characters. Sometimes I might fight the Buzz, obviously, or other characters, but more than half of the time, it's one of those characters. But now, let's see, who should I do next? Let me see. Bayo? Cloud? Who's the worst matchup? I wonder who? Oh shit, I think I unplugged my headset. No, never mind. I'll do Cloud. Alright, Cloud. So this is, on my stream, you may see, you know, me play Gunblade and you'll be like, wow, Cloud is, you know, +3, you know, or -3 versus Zero Suit. You know, Zero Suit got this +3. No, that's not the case. There's another reason for that, but we don't have to talk about that. I'm just playing. But for real, wait. Jokes aside, this matchup is, I'll be honest, I'm not sure who currently has it the hardest versus Zero Suit, or like who gives the most trouble to Zero Suit. An on-point Cloud or an on-point Bayonetta. I'm putting him at -1 right now. But all these matchups, or these past 2 matchups, Cloud and Diddy can still, or lean towards -2 more than even, in my opinion. I used to think Cloud was a winning matchup for Zero Suit. For the longest time, I had a really good record versus Cloud. Then I lost to Tweak, I think, once, and then it all went downhill. Or I forgot who was the first Cloud I lost to, but it all went downhill from there. AKA, the Clouds started to get better. Like, I had a good record for them in the first year. Now Clouds, obviously everyone knew up air was really broken, but every Cloud before would just do it like twice and then try to do something else, like hard read, like a falling down air or some shit. I don't know, they'll do some crazy shit. But now, people just like, wait, I'm Cloud, why do I just stop up airing? Let me just continue to up air. Let me just like make sure they never fucking land ever and you just watch them play the game. But I would say Cloud is definitely, I would definitely say Cloud is becoming a really hard, or has become a very hard matchup for Zero Suit. Like, I don't even know what to really say about this matchup. Like, it's kind of, you can kind of see it. Sometimes I go Cloud versus certain Clouds. Sometimes I go Cloud myself versus other Clouds. Sometimes I just beat him with Zero Suit. It varies, but to being able to do it consistently has definitely been harder for, in my experiences. Sure, yeah, you can say, oh yeah, Zero Suit can get Cloud. You know who can get Cloud? Everybody in this damn picture can get him Cloud. That doesn't mean shit in terms of like, oh yeah, that means he loses the matchup. No, otherwise he'd be one of the worst characters, but that's not the case. You can't gimp a character if you can't do shit to begin with. That's the thing. That's the thing you gotta think about. Like, people are like, yeah, you can always just gimp him, but sometimes you just straight up can't like get anything to get started to even gimp him, and that's where it really comes down to. You can't kill him if you're always on the ledge or above him. But yeah, I'll say, like, it's not impossible, but if like in a match, usually if a Zero Suit loses the first stock, Cloud ends up just winning. Like, it's very unlikely, or it's not often you see a comeback. I mean, you can say that for a lot of matchups, but there's no exception in top level play. There's been matches, from my personal experience, if I lose the first stock versus Leo, he pretty much starts swinging a lot of attacks because he knows it's okay to trade. It's okay for him to trade. He's up a stock and he's getting limit. So or maybe he already has limit. So he's just trading, and it's okay because he has a whole other stock to go into. But at the same time, while he's trading, he's gaining limit 2 times, or well, not 2 times as fast as charging. But if I trade with like a back air and he like does back air himself too, or up air or something, that's him getting hit by an attack. So like back air is like 12%, I think, or something like that. 12% of the limit is already charged, plus him attacking, and then he can just charge as soon as he's, you know, out of that. What's the mirror matchup like? It's +1 for whoever grabs first. But anyway, back to the match. But it could just be a pretty like uphill battle sometimes. Also, another thing I need to mention, I didn't really mention this about Diddy Kong, or I did when I mentioned Pikachu. It's kind of hard to kill Diddy Kong with Rage without the help of a platform. Like, very, very unlikely will Diddy Kong ever die to down throw, up air, up B from the top with Rage. You might need max Rage. You might need max Rage, and Diddy Kong might have to mess up a little bit, like in terms of like the way that they're DIing the attacks and as well as the up B. Shovel J, thank you for the 11-month resub. Greetings, Nairo, celebrating my birth this week. Keep being great, yo. Happy birthday, or late happy birthday to you, Shovel J. Hope you had a good one, man. Thank you, thank you. This shit, hold on, give me another song. This shit been playing for 27 minutes. I was like, this shit's never ending. I forgot it was an hour long. But, what was I gonna say? In the meantime, I forgot what I was saying. Well, let me click a song. Let me get a song. Oh my god, I'm trying to click something. Alright. Marvel 2. Okay, hold on. I might have to lower that a little bit. Actually, no, I think it's fine. Let me know if I have to lower it right now. But, as I was saying, overall, yeah, like, throughout like the year and a half, maybe a little more than that, but things have definitely changed in the Cloud Zero Suit matchup. Clouds are a lot more optimized, especially someone like Tweak. If Tweak got better at using his limit just by a little bit, it would be even more frustrating to fight him. Not as just me, just everyone. Like, sometimes he goes for like ledge grab, or like not ledge grab, like, you know, when he's really good at ledge trapping you, but he'll like grab you at like 150%. If he was just a little better, either using his limit when somebody like does a normal get up or a roll, or not even without limit, if he like reads it with an up smash or anything, you know, forward tilt, and gets the kill more consistently like that, instead of giving the person another chance. And who knows, maybe that one chance is all that player needs, because then they might get up from the ledge that next attempt and then turn it around, you know? So, nah, I wouldn't say Tweak has the best limit usage. I wouldn't say that. he reserves his limit more than any other Cloud. Most of the time you see him use limit, it's him using his up B to recover because he messed up something and then he got thrown off stage or like put in that situation. He doesn't have bad, like, I'm not saying he has bad like limit usage. It's just not like it could get better. And maybe he can become the best one. I don't know what the best one is. Don't get me started on N2K limits. Whew. Hurry up and make Sonic. I already made Sonic. You like it? You're like 40 minutes late. Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions about Cloud, still, I'll I will. Oh wait, one last thing. This goes on to Cloud and the last character I'm gonna talk about. Up B is inconsistent versus him. Zero Suit's pretty much best option in terms of getting a kill is inconsistent on Bayo and Cloud. That is the worst feeling in the fucking world when they drop out of it, even from the ground. I'm not even talking about all the way high up. I'm just straight up talking about like, oh, I down smash and only up B will kill. Let me go for up B. Oh, they just went to a different dimension before the final hit. Oh, I get finishing touch. Oh, I banned what? Oh wait, I lost. Counter pick something on tilt. Very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. What do you mean inconsistent? It constantly doesn't work. Alright, it does work sometimes, but when you want it to work, it does not work. And that makes Zero Suit lose a good out of shield option, like for most people. And that sucks. And that sucks. So, like when Cloud and Bayo are pressuring your shield, you kind of have to respect them even a little more because you're unsure of, if I go for a boost kick, will this boost kick land, you know? So, that's something to always keep note as like a Zero Suit, and even like as a Cloud and Bayo. Not saying that I won't ever go for it, but like I shouldn't be too surprised if it misses. I lost a stock to Salem when I was winning, or like, oh, I remember, I got a down throw up air, up B on the Town and City platform, I believe. This was at Fire Emblem Saga. I think this is either winners or grand finals. I don't know what set it was, but I went for the whole combo. He dropped out on the last hit, up smashed me, and I died. So I got the combo, he dropped out, or like the thing that I'm talking about when Cloud and Bayo like usually drop out.
Tip the scales.
He lands on the stage first, up smashes me. If it's not Cloud, or if it's not Bayo, it's Cloud, F smash me, limit cross slash me, finishing touch me, you know, whatever it is. Odds are you're probably gonna die for that. If you're like at 70%, or I was at 70%, and I died from up smash. Like, fuck. Like, I mean, it sucks, but like that's kind of what I kind of have to get used to it unless something changes. But by what I mean by something changes, I mean the actual game. So, not expecting that to happen. All right. And as I keep speaking about Bayonetta is her hardest matchup right now, I will say. No Zero Suit likes playing against Bayonetta. Bayonetta's, some Bayos are weird versus Zero Suit, or like every Bayo has a different style, but if there's one that's, you know, pretty good versus or like consistently been good versus Zero Suit, it's none other than the best one, obviously. And he's usually the best one at gimping Zero Suit. I didn't even talk about that. You don't really hear people say, oh, Zero Suit got gimp. Gimps are possible, obviously, on Zero Suit. But if there's one character that can consistently do it, that's Bayonetta. Killing Zero Suit, even after using her down B, her double jump, and her side B, and being able to come back like it's nothing and just do it again if you have to, if you miss. Bayonetta, that shit is a pain in the ass. You just cannot mess up anything. I mean, that's Bayonetta in general, not just Zero Suit, obviously. But you also have to remember that even if you don't mess up, that comes back to the boost kick thing I was talking about. You didn't mess it up. You didn't mess up the up air, up B, but they still dropped out of the up B. So even sometimes when you do get that punish, there's still a chance. If you have to go for that up B, obviously you're gonna have to go for it. And if it misses, then what the fuck can you do, right? But the fact that that can happen, Bayonetta is probably like chilling, or like the Bayo, she's probably just chilling. Like, all right, he won't go for it, or you know, it might drop out. Sometimes it doesn't drop out, and if it doesn't drop out, then let's fucking go. We take those. But there's been a lot of times where, hold on, let's watch this. Let's watch this. Real quick. Let me go to it. I think this is Anti versus Salem, if I'm not mistaken, at DreamHack. Anti was winning. I'm pretty sure Anti was winning. Okay, he wasn't winning. Okay, maybe he, wait, was it this? Was it this one? Wait, they played, oh wait, no, they played twice. This is winners. Let me look for their loser set. I think it was their loser set. All it takes is one fuck up. I think this was it. He fucked up though. Bayonetta can easily just kill you. Simply, that's it. That's all it takes. You're dead. You're dead. Even if he teched that, he had no side B, no down B to immediately go grab the ledge again. Up B would have snatched him, put him into another tech situation, and then just continue the shit. So even if he teched that, and there was still a chance that he might get nared off to the side or like not towards the stage, and you will still die. Like you can't side B for a whole second, similar to grabbing the ledge for a second, and you will die. I've seen that. That's happened to me before. That's happened to Anti. That's happened to all the Bayos before, or not all the Bayos, all the Zero Seeds before. It's happened so many times. Oh wait, whoops. Damn, I have so many tabs. I don't. Okay, here it is. All right. Those salty ass dislikes. Hold on, let me peep. Damn. Shit. SDI can matter, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about Bayonetta. A lot of people are obviously like just SDI does work, can work. Sometimes even the people with SDI still get fucked. Like Tweak and Esam, they still get fucked. I've seen Lima kill or 0 to death Tweak even with his SDI. I mean Tweak just comes back. Tweak is good versus Bayo, but you know, like he's just good at attacking Bayo as well. I would say Tweak is better at choosing his or like making decisions versus Bayo than like SDIing most of the time. But even then, he still dies to or like early. Like it doesn't matter. Or like, well, it does matter. Like if you SDI, but he could still die if you don't SDI, or if you still SDI. But here's the thing: a lot of people think Bayonetta can only deal damage if she does her like up B, side B, up B, side B, back air or some shit, you know? No, it's not the case. Y'all see my Bayo? My Bayo is fucking ugly. I barely do specials, but she could chain up airs, back air, falling up, or like she could do like down tilt forward air, up air, jump forward air, up B, and then like side B, you know, like do like a lot of things upside of up B, side B, or just like back air, back air, side B, back air. That's like 60% stuff. She's good at dealing damage regardless of doing her normal standard combo, and people seem to just forget about that. And as well as like witch time, even if they don't get the kill, usually when somebody gets witch time, they deal a lot of percent. You need to remember that. That's like something people always forget. They just think about SDIing and all that stuff, but no, it's not the only thing. She's good at other things too. I forgot the song ended. I was like, why did it go quiet?
Time to tip the scales.
Jubilife. Yo, Francis, thank you for the 5-month resub. What's up, Nairo? I like the new layout, the new stream layout. Thank you, man. This is for my current shirt that's happening right down below. The Nairo Showtime shirt is gonna be going live for another 12 days. So if you like the shirt, it comes in many colors. It comes in a hoodie, long sleeve t-shirt, or like long sleeve shirt, and a crew neck. If you're interested in buying it, I'll post a command real quick. The song is quiet. Well, I think it's picking up. That's why, or like it hasn't picked up for you guys yet, but yeah, just a little quick talk about the shirt thing. But for this matchup, since this is the last one, I I'm not 100% accurate in terms of what it is, but I want to say this matchup is, well, free, it's -1, but it also might be -2. It might currently just be a -2 right now. Like, not impossible for Zero Suit, but a lot of Zero Suit's things either don't work or is not a good option versus Bayonetta. And I don't know what would change that. Like, I know some of you probably be like, oh, but you know, you're not bad versus, you know, Captain Zack or something like that. But Captain Zack, even though he lost to Mars at Big House, I mean, Mars beat like everyone. Captain Zack still has a very solid, like, win record versus Mars. I believe that was the first time he lost to him. Definitely the first time. But I don't know what the win record is in terms of like all time. But Mars like has like a hard time fighting even like my crappy ass Bayo sometimes. Or he's just like, this character is so weird. Like, everyone plays like her different. Like, and that's the thing, you gotta get used to it too. Like, there's so many different styles that you might expect an option from one Bayo, but if you're fighting another one, they might do something completely different or a different variation of a move or of like a combo. Like, I have a loss to like Tyroy, really good Bayo. We never played Lima. I have lost to Zack before too. I've lost to Salem, obviously. I even had to go Diddy most times. I mean, I'm comfortable, or I'm getting comfortable using Zero Suit, but he like still, you know, he's fine fighting Zero Suit too. The Salem's just really good, but like, I would say is very hard right now. You really think Zero Suit does better versus Bayo than DK? I'll say yeah. Yeah, I'll say yeah. I think DK or Bayo is like DK's worst matchup. If based on what I seen, dude, DK actually, yeah. At least DK like can fuck up some of the things Zero Suit does, but like it's really hard for DK to do anything. That's actually a matchup that I just like, oh god. You personally disagree with Sonic being Zero Suit? I would say I can see that. I can see why people say that. Even Ken thinks Zero Suit loses now, or like he says even or loses, but he always tells me Sonic loses. I mean wins. But I feel like it's hard to explain, but like I only really feel like how the matchup feels when I fight Ken, because he's so different. He's very good at avoiding the things that you normally would have to avoid in that matchup. Like notably better at dodging and power shielding stuff than all the other Sonics. You know, I haven't played Manny, like I said. Maybe Manny could be just as frustrating and stuff. I don't know. But from what I seen or like what I've experienced as well, you know, fighting the best Sonic with the best Zero Suit, now is leaning towards him. We used to go back and forth, and now he's up 2 sets on me. But it's not, even though it's -1, even -2 is not impossible. It's just that the character itself, it just loses, you know? Or like, overall just loses. Do you think Zero Suit does better against Bayo than DK does? DK does against Zero Suit? Well, those are 2 different matchups. They're not the same thing. Just because 2 different matchups are like +2 and -2 doesn't mean that they are equal in terms of like tools. Like both characters have different tools. So that's not like that's a weird question. I kind of get what he's trying to say, but like no, like that doesn't like make sense. Wait, hold on, I missed a resub. AC no, thank you for the 11-month resub. Missed the explanation for Luigi being even. I didn't really give too much of an explanation, to be honest. I kind of related him to like Mario in a sense, but if Mario or if Luigi gets a power shield, he kind of opens you up. I would say if it's not even, same for Mario, if it's not even, if one character wins, I would give it to Zero Suit for both of them. But I would say I might need a little more practice versus, or like more experience myself versus Luigi, but I can definitely see that matchup being even. It's pretty much punishes. Punishes matter a lot, and Luigi can definitely punish Zero Suit. Considering, like obviously, you know, power shielding is easier said than done, but with a neutral like Zero Suits, where usually if she's jumping, probably gonna go for an attack, whether it be a back air or a nair. You know, if you can expect that, or like since they're predictable, if you're good at power shielding, you can like, it can be pretty hard for Luigi. And also, you can't really throw out a grab. Like, you can go for like a tomahawk grab, which is like an empty hop grab, but just realize if you miss that shit at 40 or 50%, you will lose that stock as well. He about to rage up BU. So, yeah, all matchups, in the end, all matchups are doable for Zero Suit. Just because a character loses a matchup does not mean they cannot win. It's not like, oh, if this character, if I'm playing against Ken, am I playing against Void or Zero even, you know, just because it says I'm saying it's -1 does not mean that I can't beat them. It's just that like if two people of even skill are very likely to fight, or like likely even skill players are gonna fight, odds are these characters will win. That's what I'm saying. That's basically what matchups come down to. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible, you know. Like, I would even say, like, you know, Bayo probably beats Diddy, but Zero's record versus Diddy, or versus Bayo is, you know, says otherwise. He, like, has, like, a loss to Mistake and, like, 2 losses to Salem in recent time, but overall, he's, like, positive, but I would still say, you know, like, he's just winning, like, a hard, or not, like, a hard match. Well, that match could probably be, you know, I don't know about that, but, you know, even if it is a losing matchup, I'm saying, like, you know, he still does it, basically. Similar to me with Bowser, you know, if I beat, like, Tweak's Cloud with Bowser, that doesn't mean, or, like, my Bowser, or by doing that, I'm not, like, saying, like, Bowser beats Cloud or anything. I still think Bowser kind of gets, like, destroyed if, like, the Cloud doesn't fuck up, or, like, just does normal edge guard or, like, ledge traps and shit like that. But what was it? Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna end up, but if you get what I mean. Jay Mlikes at the 31-month free, so I want to thank you a lot for doing the Zero Suit matchup chart. Wait, hold on, let me. Oh man, wait, can I add a, like, a square or whatever, like a row? Can I get a, how do I do that? I don't want to fuck this up. But Jay Millick said, I felt like I learned a good amount from your insight. Also, if you upload this to YouTube, you should disable comments. Lol. I don't even know how I'm gonna do this on YouTube. This is like such a long video, or like a long like stream. It's almost been 4 hours. Sorry about that. I just, like, you know, never really did one of these. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm pretty much wrapping things up now. You can click gear. Add a row above. Okay. Actually. Yeah. Wait, actually. I might need to do that. Like, this is the only one. Well, I said that, like, the other ones, like, from Sheik, Diddy, Cloud, and Bayo, like, it's -1, closer to -2, but I feel like this one is truly, like, the closer, or the closest one.
Time to tip the scales.
I'll say this is truly the closest one. Krillix with the 4-month resub said, thanks for a great 16 months of summit to you. Tonight was fun to watch. Glad you did this. Hype to see you and Cosmos at the boot camp. Yeah, screw you, Cosmos. I just wasted 4 hours of my time after the championship. I'm be like, oh nope, Meta Knight actually beat Zero Suit +3. That's crazy. Damn, I see Dark Wizzy didn't even want that. That's great. You got gifted a sub, Dark Wizzy. It's a new thing on Twitch. There you go. He's like, what? Why? That's crazy. I told you, you don't support. You know, I'm about to be in my ass. Hold up. I'm tired of you. What if it runs out? Then you're letting me down, man. Wait, chill now. I'm messing with you. But yeah, I think this is good. I think this is a good, you know, accurate representation of Zero Suit matchups right now. This is my opinion.
Time to tip the scales.
Yo, M now, thank you for the 10-month resub. Now the shirt is looking clean, or the shirt looks so clean. I'm gonna buy one as soon as I get money from work tomorrow. Thank you, man. Thank you. P.S. If you did not buy it, light blue, you are doing it wrong. Hey, the light blue one actually looks really nice. I think Cable said that was his favorite one too. Yeah, I'm gonna post my matchup chart. What you call it?
Time to tip the scales.
I'll post it. I might post it tomorrow. It's a little late right now. I want to make sure people see this so they don't like ask me all the time. So wait, let me just save it. I don't even know how to save it. I'm just print screening. Actually, hold on. Since I made that row that says -1 or -2, I might add something. Or like I might add like maybe Cloud in there, cause like I did say, or I did mention that Diddy or Cloud and stuff are close to -2, but you know, I'll just leave it like that. I'll just like, if I want to do that, I'll just like change it later on. Alright. Yo, take care, Ramsey. Yeah, this is good talk. This is a good talk. $59.49. Alright, let me pause this. I don't even remember the song from Diamond and Pearl, but it's nice, it's nice. Now I don't want to have a 1.5 thing. That's weird. Like, I'd rather it be like 6'4", 7'3", 8'2", you know, stuff like that. Rather than like something 5 or like 55, 45. I don't want to do that. It's either like slight advantage, or like slight advantage is like 64 to me, or like 60, 40. So I think it's fine. I think it's fine like this. I'll just like note it. But it's fine. All right. But I guess I'm done with this for now. Maybe I'll do this, or maybe I'll come back to this tier list and shit later on. Like, not later on as in like today, but later on in like in the future, and see if there's any changes, or like if there's a lot that I feel like is different. Maybe I'll do another stream like this in the future. But that's pretty much it. Low-key, this is just the upside down tier list.
They like do bad and do stalling me out. I'm getting pussy and money, you put that together, I guess you can call it me out. Got my feet on the couch, snatching your map and your sister. You see me run up in your house, shine on you hoes like a ruby, but still with that sapphire, make it rain up in a drought. Fuck with me now, destiny bomb, but you stuck with me now. Catch girl like grass, ring the bell when I sprout. Touch me, top, turn your whole world around.